So if you're into crypto or Bitcoin at all, I'm sure you've heard of the term, money go up technology. Now, a lot of you watching this video might already know that concept, but I'm going to explain that real quick when it comes to Bitcoin. And then I'm going to talk about two other coins that have their own type of this, money go up technology. So there's going to be three parts of this video. And the first one, what we're going to talk about is Bitcoin. The second one we're going to talk about is ILV. And then the third one we're going to talk about is Ethlizards. The three of these all have a different type of this money go up technology. And I'm going to explain that right now. But quickly before I do that, I do want to say that my name is Nick. Welcome to the channel, Nijafe Plays. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. I make videos all about, GameFi and crypto. I do have a big emphasis on Illuvium and Ethlizards right now. And I like to talk about the tokenomics, the intra-game economics, and just really how you can take advantage of all this technology. So let's just look at Bitcoin right now. So if you're not aware, there's 21 million Bitcoin. There will never be any more. It's written in code. 21 million is the max. And we price Bitcoin in dollars. So you're going to have, dollars divided by this 21 million. So for the sake of making this easy numbers, let's say you have $100 and there's 21 Bitcoin right now. That would mean that each Bitcoin would be worth $4.7. Now, we all know that inflation is a thing, especially, here in the United States, we do deal with it, but in other parts of the world, they deal with it at, bigger extremes. And every year, our governments, especially the United States, printing the dollar, they're just printing more of these dollars. So let's say, for example, this is, the fair market value for Bitcoin. And over the next 5 to 10 years, the money supply goes up by 20%. So then we'd be looking at, 120 over that 21. So you can see right away, even at the same fair market value, because there's more dollars in the system, the price of Bitcoin is going up. Now that's taking away new people entering the space, new retail, new investors, new companies. The whole idea of this money go up technology is that our governments will continue to print more dollars, and there will only ever be that 21 million Bitcoin. And just to show this a little better, so this is just a chart of the M3 money supply, and you can see how it's steadily been going up since the 1960s. And then around 2020, around that pandemic, it just started exploding up even more. Now, if I make this chart start from around 2009, which is when, Bitcoin was created, you can see that the M3 money supply went from $8 trillion up to a high of almost 22 and currently around $21 trillion. Quick math in my head, what is that? 150% increase. So for this same example here, if we're looking at this 100 and just like that chart I just showed you, the money supply went up 150%. So now we'd be looking at 250 divided by that 21 million. And now the price is up to $11.9. So the big point I wanted to make in this video when it comes to the Bitcoin is even though more and more people are believing in Bitcoin and buying Bitcoin and holding Bitcoin, that doesn't even matter. Just the fact that the governments are going to be printing more and more money means the Bitcoin price is going to go up over time. It's very volatile. You never know what it's going to be tomorrow or next month. But over the long term, you can be pretty confident it's going to go up. But enough with Bitcoin. Let's talk about these other two coins. So let's look at ILV right now. Now, I will say for these next two, the number go up technology is not built into code like it is with Bitcoin. You can be very confident Bitcoin, this number go up technology is going to work for Bitcoin. These next two, you do need to have some trust in these projects. But if you're following these projects and you do trust them, then this is what I'm talking about, money go up technology. So people are buying ILV and you can stake your ILV for revenue distribution. So the total supply of ILV is 10 million. And let's just say for the sake of numbers here, you have 1 million of that. So you have 10% of this total supply. And let's also just say that all of this is staked in the protocol and you can earn revenue distribution on top of this. So how revenue distribution works is that this revenue that comes into Illuvium through the gameplay. So just like any typical game, players are going to pay to play this game. And let's say for a particular month, there's, 1 million in revenue for the game. So what's going to happen is Illuvium is going to take that $1 million worth of ETH revenue and they're going to go buy ILV off of the market. Now they're not printing new ILV for this. They're going to the open market and they're buying this ILV. So the revenue that's coming into the game, buying more ILV, which means ILV price goes up. This ILV is going to be distributed out to all the stakers. So if you're staked in the protocol, you're getting more of this ILV. People who may not own this ILV are seeing that if you buy it and stake it, you're going to be earning more through revenue distribution. So in theory, that's going to make more people buy the ILV token. So when people see, a coin like this with utility that you can earn revenue on, they're going to be more bullish, putting upward pressure on the token. It's going to get more eyeballs on the game. More people are going to come in and spend more revenue. That revenue is going to be used to buy ILV, putting more upward pressure on it. And I've talked about this in the past, how it's kind of like an upward spiral. Once you get this ball rolling, then there are a lot of things that are pushing up this price. Now, one thing that I always need to say is that this is not financial advice. There's no guarantees here, unlike with Bitcoin. This relies on the game being good, players spending money within the game. But if you're like me and you're bullish on this project and you think the player base will grow and more revenue will be coming in, then this is going to be a train that's going to be fun to watch. Every month, bringing in new players, those players spending more money to play a great game, the game using that revenue to buy more ILV tokens off the market, give it back to the stakers. Maybe these stakers are seeing that they're getting more ILV. The ILV coin is going up, so now they're willing to take some of that and go and play the game and spend more money within the game. It's going to be a very interesting loop, and I can't wait to see how it plays out over the next, year plus. All right, lastly, let's look at Ethlizards. So Ethlizards is basically the foundation of what Lizard Labs is now. It started as Ethlizards, and even though there are some big things going on right now with the Liz token that's going to be coming up, I'm going to take a step back, and actually, we're not going to even be talking about the token here. We're going to be talking about the actual Ethlizards. So there's two different Ethlizards collections. There's the Venture Lizards and there's the Genesis Lizards. There are 5,050 Venture Lizards and 100 Genesis Lizards. And when it comes to the revenue distribution for these guys, they act the same. So we have 5,150, and the revenue they're getting is from the investment DAO. There's a portfolio council that's using the funds from selling these Ethlizards to invest into GameFi projects. So there's, X dollars being invested into other GameFi coins. A lot of these are pre-seed and seed rounds, so they're already getting a very good deal on this. And most often, especially in a bull market, as long as the project doesn't collapse before the coin comes out, seed round, pre-seed and seed round tokens are going to go up in value. No guarantee, but very likely. So let's say the portfolio DAO decides to liquidate some of these investments, and let's say they liquidate, $200K worth of an investment. So let's say the initial investment for that particular coin was $20K. All right, so let's say they have that 200,000 that was liquidated. That investment was $20K initially put in. So now you have 180,000K left. Now let's look at the Ethlizards. So 5,150. Now, not all of these are going to be staked, but let's say 4,000 of these are staked. So out of that 180,000, 40% of it is going to be distributed back to those stakers. So let's go 0.40. So 72,000 of that is going to be distributed to the 4,000 stakers. So 72 divided by the 4,000 means that each one of these stake lizards in this particular situation, would get $0.018,000, using these numbers. And the reason why it's only that 40% is because part of it does go to the team. It's about 20% that goes to the team, but another 40% gets reinvested back into new coins. So again, with this project, the number go up technology is that you're always taking 40% of the profits, giving it back to the Ethlizard stakers, and then 40% is reinvested. And then again, if you keep getting multiple X's on each investment, then the next time it's, liquidated, you go back up here. 40% of it goes back to the Ethlizard stakers. 40% of it gets reinvested. Another thing, once this utility is known and people are seeing just by holding and staking these Ethlizards, you're getting revenue distribution from it, and the investment portfolio just continues to grow larger and larger. And if it keeps doing that, then, then every round or every year of having this Ethlizard, you're going to be getting more and more of this revenue. I think this is something that a lot of people are not seeing with Ethlizards right now. They're sitting at around, 0.32, 0.34 ETH. And people think you just need to buy it, wait for the price to go up a little bit and sell it for a profit. But no, if you buy these and stake these, you get revenue from them. And once this revenue distribution starts up, more and more people are going to see this and want to hold one of these ETH lizards. And just as a bonus, if you're holding these ETH lizards, you're entitled to 3 Lizcoin airdrops. The first one's going to come at TGE, and then there's going to be 2 more down the road. I heard that it could be possibly 6 months and then 1 year down the road, but that hasn't been confirmed yet. So you buy an ETH lizard, and the ETH lizard itself can go up in price. So the NFT itself can go up in price. The revenue distribution that you get from it is going to give you a return on that. And then also the Liz coin that you're going to get from it is going to have value as well. So all of this starts in a cycle of number go up technology. I hope I can edit this in a way where it makes sense and doesn't look all crazy. But again, this is not financial advice. These are some of the projects that I most believe in. You can definitely say I'm biased. I've been making content for Illuvium for years now. I'm I'm working part-time for them. I'm a KOL for Lizard Labs, and obviously Bitcoin is something I believe in as well. So I guess take this information, do your own research. Don't buy anything because you saw it in this video, not financial advice. But I hope you did find this valuable. Like this video, subscribe if you're not already, and catch me in a future video soon. Thanks for watching.